We've already begun a week of programs and completed almost 1/3 of them, and our conversations are spreading further afield. Yesterday, our program came from Melbourne, and today we're going global. We're off to Hong Kong. And the first of those is Dr. Wing-sze, founder of Inner Journey Hong Kong. Dr. Tong has worked as the director of the Tao Feng Shan Christian Centre in the past 7 years. She's also a writer and author of a number of books on church history, and she's a member of the World Council of Churches reference group on interreligious dialogue. Dr. Tong Wing-sze, welcome to Ramadan Conversations.
Hello, peace be with you from Hong Kong.
Dr. Tong, the public outside Hong Kong might most readily find you through the website Inner Journey of Hong Kong, of which you are the founder, I believe. Can you share with us the purpose of your Inner Journey website?
Thank you, John. And I'm very happy that we can be connected in this pandemic situation in Ramadan. And Inner Journey actually is an exact response to the pandemic situation. As you know, Hong Kong, from the end of January, we entering into the extraordinary era after numerous 14 days lockdown periods. Many of us struggling to maintain and try to make life seem as usual and normal, but also worrying about the uncertainty of the future. So that is the meaning of Inner Journey. We hope that this avoidable lockdown period can be an inner journey for us to go back to our heart and to find the truth and the meaning of life in this special time of our era.
Right.
Bushka.
Dr. Tong, your work is primarily based on interfaith dialogue, and your published work is mainly on this theme. Why do you believe interfaith dialogue is so important, especially in these times of COVID-19 pandemic?
Yes, I'm very glad that in the last few years, we can celebrate Ramadan with our faith partners from all over the world to have conversations over the iftar dinner. And I remember that every dinner, we have put the keywords cards on the table. And then there are several words that among the table we share about our faith traditions on these words. And one of the most important words that still give me impression this year is fasting. That at the same table, different people from different traditions and culture, they share about their traditions on fasting. And I think we learn a lot from our Muslim friends that fasting is such a wonderful tradition. And now I think we are actually in a global fasting. We are being fast from travel, from meeting friends, from stopping many of our plans. And I think fasting is actually a very religious and theological practice. And it's very important that we can explore more the meaning, especially through this interfaith dialogue.
Dr. Tong, we in Australia have had something of a difficult year. We've had the impact of drought, of bushfires, and now COVID-19. Hong Kong has also been through a very difficult year of a quite different kind, one about the nature of its civil society. What's been the impact on community relations, and how have these events affected your interfaith activities and your interfaith work?
Thank you for your care to Hong Kong and my love to Australia. I was in Australia actually in January before the traveling limitations. And I met a lot of people from your countries, and that you tell me how the life is under all this special situation. And also we in Hong Kong also under a very special situation in the last 10 months, especially in our society, that we are deeply divided. And I think that this Ramadan period, it gives us also a period of time, although we can't see each other, but we are more connected through like now this variety of and creativities of connections. So we can be connected and find a new way, a new normal after we go through the next period of our time. And that's why as a Christian, we also just celebrate Easter, as you know. And now we are in the Easter time from 12th of April to the end of May. So in this 15th day, I introduce a program that is called Treat Yourself Well. In such very difficult situation, no matter in Australia or in Hong Kong, what we can do at home, that is that every day we can practice one good habit, to develop one good habit. So every day I write a column article and to share from different cultures and different faith tradition one good habit. And one of the good habits I share is from our Muslim friend is fasting. And I said that it is also a good time for us to have a digital fasting. Because many of us are working from home now because of the pandemic situation, and the work and life distinction became blurred. So I just say that every day we can have a period of time to fast from all the digital devices, so that we can live a life and live a good life and treat ourselves well. And I think because of our developing of the good habits, that it helps us to be stronger, to make us stronger, even better person for making a better world in the coming future.
You have worked with a number of agencies. You've worked at Tao Fong Shan Christian Centre for the last 7 years, and every year during Ramadan, you have hosted iftar celebrations with your Muslim partners. Can you tell us a little bit about the wider purposes of the Tao Fong Shan Christian Centre and the idea behind the centre holding iftar meals?
Yes. Do Fung San Christian Center is founded by a Norwegian missionary called Carl Lurid Reichert in 1930. That is 19 years ago. And from the very beginning, interfaith dialogue is the heart of the center and remains the core vision of the center. So throughout the year, we have all the interfaith dialogue with different faith partners, and especially in the Ramadan period, we host the iftar celebration with our Muslim partner. And through meals, through dialogue, through eating, as I said, the dialogue is much more cozy and warm, and then we can share a lot that we cannot hear a weighted seminar talk. So I enjoy a lot to be with our Muslim friends every year in iftar. And one of the distinctive impression that I gained in the last few years in the iftar celebration with our Muslim partners is that at the end of the iftar celebration, we share gift with each other. We exchange gift. And I think this gift is a very symbolic gesture to show hospitality, that from our faith, I have something for you. From your faith, you have something good for us. And I think this hospitality is a very symbolic power, symbolic strength that we need most in our time. And what is it? That is love. As what we now cannot be together, but this Ramadan conversation as a gift for us in Hong Kong, that we share this hospitality and we share love, and then make the life is easier in our pandemic time.
Dr. Tong, a wonderful thought. Thank you for leaving that with us. And if we want to, if any of you viewing tonight wish to keep in touch with Dr. Tong, that's quite easy by going to her website, the Inner Journey of Hong Kong website. We can find lots of interesting suggestions for how to survive this pandemic. Dr. Tong, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tong.